Hello. This is Dr. Graham. I was making some answer keys for you guys, and I noticed probably a tutorial here at the start would be helpful for you guys. Hopefully this will help you out with 1.1.1. In the meantime, if you've got some questions as you're working on this stuff, go ahead and you can email me at curtis.graham@mrhschools.net, and I can try and help you out until Mr. Tillett gets back. So, anyway, let's go ahead and get started. So, I'm going to be pulling up, let's see, I'm going to be pulling up this answer key right here. So, this is the main thing you guys will be turning into me. All right, and I've already started mine a little bit. But yes, so you're going to find that on Canvas. When you come in here to the modules, let's grab this. You're going to go, you won't see all this stuff. You're going to go to 1.1.1. Oh, where is it? Good thing you guys don't have all this stuff open. Here we go. All right, 1.11.1 right here. And you're going to click on Activity 1.1.1, the digital doodle. Okay, that's where you're going to find this worksheet right here. So I'm also making an answer key so your sub has something to help you as you're working through it. All right, so I'll come back and I'll keep answering that as we go. Sorry this video is going to be a little long because I'm going to be making the answer key while I'm going through this with you. So first thing we're going to do is go into My PLTW, click on Computer Science Essentials, and that's going to take us here. And I'll go ahead and start from the front. Okay. So this is the lesson you're going to be working on. This is what you'll be doing. It gives you some useful information. A lot of this you're going to skip, and that's okay. Just because, and it again, it will be easier whenever you get Mr. Tillett there. He can walk you through some of this stuff. But we're going to actually go straight to step one. Is what we're going to do. So, app overview, user story. You guys will be using MIT App Inventor. Yeah. So, the first thing we're going to do is go into MIT App Inventor. I've got it right here. Okay. And you're going to create yourself an account, which is really just using Google. And you're going to go ahead and click Create Apps to start a project. Okay. So yours will be blank. I started this and then realized that I needed you to show you guys how to do this stuff. So let me go ahead and delete all my stuff so that way I can remake it with you guys. Feel free to kind of forward around in the video to whatever you guys end up needing with this. So, all right, so we go in there, we click Create Apps. I'm going to go and close that now so I don't have that open. And then step one is going to take us through this. I'm always going to be coming back and checking this document to see what my next step is. And it looks like my next step is step one, paste a screenshot that shows you have bookmarked MIT App Inventor. So I'm going to come up here on MIT App Inventor and I'm going to press that star button and save it. And you can see I've got it right here on my bookmarks bar. So go ahead and do that. And then post a screenshot where you've got that in there. So, all right. Okay. So, moving back in, step three is my next one. So I'm going to go in and I'm going to start a new project. Here, I can show you where that's at. New project right there. Okay. I named it, I always like to name it the assignment I'm working on. So I did CSE 1_1_1. You could do CSE 111 just to make it match whatever assignment I'm working on. Okay. Step three, I'm going to come down here. Again, you can read all this. I'm not going to, just to make sure that this video isn't super long. And it's asking you to drag three components onto the user interface of your app from your following drawers. If you don't know what that means, you should go back up and take a read through this document. All right. So it wants me to drag out a button out of the user interface. So I'm going to find user interface. I'm going to grab a button. I'm going to drag it out. Okay. And next it asks me to drag out a canvas from the drawing and animations. So I'm going to go find drawing and animations right there. And I'm going to drag out a canvas. So now I've got a canvas and a button. And the last thing it says is the media drawer, drag out the camera. So I'm going to go find the media, which is right there, and I'm going to drag out a camera. Go back to my document, see where I'm at on things. So step 3, record 3 ideas for apps that could leverage the device's camera, the ability to draw on images. So you're going to have lots of different options here. There's no way for me to predict all the things you might say. One possible option you might put on there is, let's see, take a picture of your friend so you can draw a mustache. I think I misspelled mustache. Don't judge me. Nope, I got it right. Okay. So, cool. All right, so next one is steps 3 through 12. So we're going to do quite a few steps here together. And then we're going to take a picture of our 2 screenshots after we're done with that. It asks for our designer view and blocks view. All right, so let's go back in here. Step 4, select the button in the viewer components. So I'm going to go ahead and select button over here. Okay. If you don't know what these things, again, you probably need to read through the directions a little bit more. I'm going to change the text property to take a picture. This says take my picture. I'm actually probably just going to use that one. So we're going to go from buttons, and we're going to look through all of our components here. And we're going to find the thing that allows us to change the text. And that's right there. Take my picture. Exclamation point. And then I click off it, and you can see it change this to take my picture. Okay, so now we're on to step 6. Okay, and again, all this stuff is really important. I'm skipping it because I don't want this video to be super long for you. So step 6 says switch to the blocks view and click block by clicking blocks in the top right. So I'm going to go in here and I'm going to go to my blocks view right here. So this is my blocks view. Okay. Find the blocks below and drag them out onto the viewer screen. So take picture block. Okay. So here, let's real quick. You see how that says camera 1? That's actually what you're going to be looking for. So I'm going to come down here to camera 1, and there's my block I want. Okay. Set the background image block. So this one says canvas 1, so I'm going to actually go in and find canvas 1. And which block was this one? Background image. Okay. I'm going to go find set canvas 1 background image right there. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and delete that. Notice it has an X. That means it's not going to run, and that's fine for right now. After picture block. So location is the camera drawer. I'm looking for a block that handles the event. So I'm looking for when camera 1 after picture. I've never used this one before. Go ahead and bring that one out. And then when click block. So this is a button. Okay, so when the button's clicked. Okay. When button clicked. All right, so I've got my 4 blocks out there. Okay. All right. Again, all this stuff is really important. You need to make sure you read through it. Okay, don't use this video as the end all for things. So construct an event handler for button 1, click event. Think through what you would like the app to do. What should happen when the button is clicked? In other words, what event handler code should execute when the button's clicked? So we're going to come back here, and we're going to fill this in. What do I want to happen when I click the button? I want it to take a picture, I think. So that's what I'm going to grab. Okay. And next, construct an event handler for camera 1.after picture. What should happen in the app after the user takes a picture? The camera should set canvas 1 to show your image. So I'm going to come over here, camera 1 after picture. So after the picture is taken, I want to set the background image, and I'm actually missing something over here. So let's see here. Did this update now that I've got a picture on there? No available assets. Camera. Okay, let's see if we keep going, see if we can't find it. All right, now you need to specify the image. Oh, yeah, I'm being silly. So here's your image right here. So I'm going to get image. All right, so there's step 10. Step 11, test your program. So you're going to connect your device using the AI companion. So, ooh, does he have iPads? You'll need an iPad to test this. So I will check in and make sure you guys have what you need for that. But let's just kind of show you how to do that real quick. I'm going to go to Designer. And they've changed all this stuff. There it is right there. So under Connect, you're going to click AI Companion. It gives you this QR code. And so you're going to scan the QR code using your App Inventors app on your iPad. Okay. And that's going to allow you to check your program. Okay. Okay. If it's not working, we're going to debug it. So I've kind of finished this project right here. I kind of hate how small this canvas is. Fill parent, fill parent. There you go. So now the picture's there the whole way. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and take a screenshot of this. I'm going to really make sure I get this area over here. So, right. Once you've taken a screenshot, by the way, it saves it. So you can just actually go Control V to post it. And then I'm going to go to Blocks. I'm going to take a screenshot of this. And again, I'm going to come back to my document here, and I'm going to put that screenshot in there as well. Okay, so now we're on to step 13. Name your file 1.1.1 underscore last name. So I'm going to go to Projects here, save project as, and 1.1. How did he want you to save it? Oh, that was in his directions. Let's see. You can't put dots, so you just have to do 111 like this, underscore last name. Okay. So 11 underscore Graham. Must start with letters. Okay, so we're going to do last name. Sorry. Last name 111. Like this. So Graham and then 111. So Graham 111 like that. Okay, so now it is saved correctly. Okay, let's go back to his document, see what he wants. Screenshot, paste it here. So I'm going to take a screenshot of that. Okay. And I'm going to post it in here. Okay. Okay. Fill in the blanks below. A function is, a procedure is, and methods are. Have you installed an app on a device that asks for permission to use your camera? What should you need to think about before you allow an app access to your camera? So these are a couple questions for you guys to answer just based on the reading. Okay, so I'm going to fill this in here in a minute, but I don't want to make this video super long. Step 16, test and debug your app. Okay, so let's go down here and let's go ahead and finish our app then. So we're going to do step 16 and the canvas draw. We're going to grab the call canvas draw line block. So I'm going to go back over to my blocks. I'm going to canvas. And what was the one they wanted? Canvas.drawline. So canvas.drawline right here. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and grab that one out. Okay. So, and this is when you drag on the canvas. So I'm going to, there we go. Boom. So this is going to allow me to draw on my picture. Basically what you're going to fill in here is you want your previous Y and previous X. Make sure you put them in the right spot, otherwise it'll be really funky trying to draw on it. And then you want your current Y and current X there. Okay. So now now you can actually draw pictures on your app. Okay. Okay. Here's the procedure, functions, and methods if you guys end up needing it. All right. Test and debug your app. Okay. So just make sure it works on the iPad. That's what that means. And that is the end of 1.1.1. So I'm going to go ahead and, what did he want for an answer there? He wanted, okay. So you should probably take a picture of your app working and get a something drawn on it. So I'm going to have to actually end the video in order to do that. So anyway, hopefully this helps you out. Again, I went through this really quickly. I would make sure that you definitely go through and read some of the stuff in here. There's a lot of information you're going to need, especially like explaining what these two screens are, the designer and the blocks view. You don't want to skip that part and then be struggling in a few weeks when Mr. Tillett's back. So if you have more questions, again, feel free to email me. I'm going to try and keep making some answer keys for you guys until Mr. Tillett's back. All right. See you guys.